Hello friends, and welcome to another episode of Lexi's Budget Bunker Build. Thank you for joining me today. Now unfortunately I've injured myself. I think I pulled a muscle up in my shoulder up in here. Hopefully it's not a torn rotator cuff or something serious, but it doesn't really feel that bad. But it's bad enough that I don't want to risk making it worse, because I do obviously have to go back to work in a couple of days. So unfortunately I'm not going to be doing any digging or anything heavy, but I do have a few jobs to do in support of the bunker project, and one of them is to get some decent lighting in the top, in the workshop itself. So at the moment I've got this obviously got this lamp. So that doesn't give out a lot of light, but it's good for when I'm working on something. I can pull that down and give it a bit of localized light. But I've got this old fluorescent tube set up there. I mean, that tube's followed me around all over the place. Wasn't originally in this workshop; it was somewhere else. And before that, it was somewhere else. In fact, it was in an actual workshop 40 odd years ago. But anyway, it's finally given up the ghost, which is disappointing. It's only lasted 40 odd years. I think the tube itself has been replaced a few times, a couple of times, but I'm not even sure if you could buy these anymore. I mean, it's really old technology. So anyway, I've lashed out and bought myself this thing. So it's an LED one, and 4,000 lumens, so it should be pretty bright. And it's got all sorts of features which I won't use. You can connect it up to your phone. What a joke. You need to connect your light to your phone. But I believe you can make it lighter and darker and stuff like that. So anyway, it's around all you can buy these days. Yeah, I tried Bunnings and Mitre 10, which are two major hardware outlets. And, it was all this Wi-Fi nonsense. There was nothing sort of basic. Anyway, we'll fit that up and see how that goes. That's the first job, and then I've probably got a couple of other little jobs I'll get done and share with you guys. But yeah, it's a bit of a boring episode probably. Anyway, we'll do their best. Okay, obviously my first job is to get the old one down. And I might remove this too. This was a little 12 volt system I set up many years ago. To be honest, it was never that great. Not particularly bright. So I think I'll remove that as well. Just tidy this area up in general, and then fit the new one up. As always, save the screws. Waste not, want not. Okay, so it goes down to here. Oh, I see this. Okay, yeah. It was so long ago that I set this up. I struggling to remember how I did it. Got to join there. Doesn't fit. These might be useful down in the bunker tunnel or something like that, so I'll save all of those. let's have a look at the new one. Well, look at that. I can hook it up to Google Assistant or Amazon Alexa. You can see timers, voice commands, alerts. You can share the product with others. It can be hooked up to sensors too. That's quite, I mean, I won't use it for that here, but you can imagine in your house, it'd be quite handy. Right. I've got my plug all wired up. So the earth is the green and yellow, phase is the brown, and the neutral is the blue. So that's, I think, pretty universal. It actually changed. It used to be, I remember it used to be black. It used to be black for the neutral. It would be red for phase. I think it was green for earth back in the old days. Anyway, that's changed. But that's all wired up good. We'll get that back together. Okay, so I got this light installed. I had to delete some of the footage because it was not exactly family friendly. It didn't actually go quite as well as I'd hoped, but anyway, it's done now. So you can see that's really bright, and I mean, this is a load of nonsense really, but I can see inside the house or something this could be quite useful. For the workshop not so much, but if we go into the app, I'll find the bloody app. Here we go, go into here. So if you guys can see that, allow that. Didn't want to do that, didn't want. Pay attention, you know, and get notifications about it. Yeah, so what you can do, you can lower the brightness, and you can change the color temperature. And then there's a series of themes. So there's apparently that's soothing, relaxing, healing, leisure, and you can add your own. But, and there's a timer there as well. I guess that could have its uses, but not so much in the workshop situation. Anyway, it's done. At least I'll be able to see what I'm doing now. On to the next little job. Okay, another little job I want to do is so when I did the pipe work on the outside, this pipe here was pushed in quite a bit, which means this is actually poking out quite a bit more than it should. So I need to take a few inches off of this. So I've got a joiner to go on there. So I'm just going to cut a piece of this out and shorten this pipe, so which will bring this in a bit. So it's going to be a bit awkward, but let's see how we go. I've got to admit, this is one of those times where I'm really pleased I've got the fall arrestor on. I'm clearing around in a job like this. It's low pressure, so I don't need to be worried about having too much of the pipe going into the joiner. Making this look awkward, just because it is. There you have that. Beautiful. Right, the other little job I want to do is tidy up this piece of wire in here. So I've got some beanie bits, corners, elbows. That'll do. That's an improvement. I'm not going to do the wood piece of mounting wood just yet because I really want to finish for the day. So yeah, guys. So yeah, bit of a mixed bag of a episode, but hopefully my shoulder will be better next week and I can get back into some digging and working on the side tunnel. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you've stuck it through to this far, I appreciate that. It's not the most interesting video probably, but as always, really appreciate everybody that's watching and subscribing. Big shout out to my Patreons and YouTube members and the super thanks. Really appreciate your guys' support, and yeah, just look after yourselves out there, guys. It just seems to, I don't know, the world seems to be getting crazier by the week, but yeah, take it easy out there, and look forward to catching up next week. And this is Lex out.